Hey everybody, welcome back to Turn Off VR. Today we are checking out Marvel's Deadpool VR, newly released yesterday. I'm going to go through some of the gameplay, some of the features, talk about my review, and let you know if you should buy it or not. Let's jump right into it. So first off, let's talk about the graphics. You can see here, this is in the first scene. The graphics are kind of like that cartoon art, but it actually is kind of fun. It makes it a little bit more lighthearted almost for the type of game that it is. If you ever played like Batman, Arkham Shadow, that's very dark. Part of Assassin's Creed is very dark. This one's a bit more lighthearted in that sense, but it didn't take away from the quality of the game. I think if anything, it added a little bit to it. So in this first little bit here, you're going to get used to kind of the maneuvers, how to pick things up, how to use certain things, and it's going to take you right into an action-packed scene where you are driving in this car, you are shooting, you are running over people. You're going to get introduced right into that kind of gory scenes here as well, but it throws you right in, makes it a lot of fun, instant action kind of thing, and then you can go through and keep on playing. Now, if you're a Deadpool fan, you're going to enjoy this. If you want a cinematic and a video game experience, you're going to get that with this one. The voice acting is really good. The sound effects are good. There's cinematic scenes. Some of them you can skip. Some of them you can't skip. Some of them at the very beginning were a little bit long. I found that I wasn't able to skip, but that's all part of a video game and part of a game like this as well. But those were all good. I was impressed with those types of things. Plus, the music is good throughout from what I've played so far, so you will enjoy that part. The controls for this game are pretty intuitive for any type of VR game that is like this, but it's going to show you, as you can see here, on-screen prompts to teach you how to work the game. It's going to give you lessons throughout as you find new objects or come across new experiences, making it really easy for you to adapt to new scenes and continue to grow in the game. Now, in your settings menu, you're able to go through and change quite a few things. Here you can change your comfort level, and you can even make custom ones for your turning style, for the angle, for the vignette as you're moving, if you need that kind of tunnel vision, for the format of moving, if you're going to be following the controller whichever way your head is facing. All of those are there. You can save that. You can go into your options and change the Kidpool mode, which is actually really nice. That takes away a lot of the gore, and it takes away the profanity as well, so you can change that and come back into the game, and I'm going to show you here what that looks like. So here I have the Kidpool mode on, and you can see that instead of blood coming out of the body or dripping off the table there, we have like this confetti type stuff instead. Colorful, still gives you the sense of what's going on. And here in this fighting scene, you're going to see as I run in there to fight these guys that instead of chopping off their heads and blood spewing out of them, that it will just be that type of confetti stuff coming out as you are fighting. So it takes a little bit of that violence away, but still is including it there for sure. Profanity, it does bleep out the swears, but it doesn't replace them with other words from the parts that I have seen so far. Here is a scene now fighting with the katanas using not the Kidpool, just the regular, and you can see the blood and the gore as we chop off his head here. So the big difference between the two, you can decide which one is best for you. So in the game, there are various weapons that you can use. You got your pistols on the side, and these ones actually never run out of ammo, which is really nice. There are your katana swords that you can use and slice and dice, block bullets with, do a few different things with. You can go and use those. There's different weapons lockers that are going to have different types of guns. Those ones will run out of ammo over time, and so you can't use them all the time. You're going to come across grappling hooks, grenades, and a whole bunch of other different options for you to fulfill the various missions that you are on. And so you're going to find these things throughout, and they will obviously teach you how to use them as you go. In each of the levels, you can find comics, you can find weapon skins, these different things, and your performance in the levels is going to allow you to earn mojo bucks at the end of each of these missions. You can use those mojo bucks to purchase better weapons, skins, and stuff. After you're done a level, you can go back and play it as Deadpool Kid or Lady Deadpool. Their reactions and commentary and stuff is all different, but the levels themselves are the same. They will allow you to unlock a few different secret areas in each of the levels, and that's going to allow you to get more mojo bucks as well to then purchase more things. So it adds to the replayability by adding those two different characters and having them be able to do a few different things inside of the levels to earn more bucks. Now, there definitely is a lot of that Deadpool humor in here. I don't know if you saw already, but there's a lot of food around. He's always snacking on things. You can always reach into his bag, grab out a snack, keep on eating. There are different comments that he makes throughout the game. When you die, he will kind of make fun of you at times.
You did this to me, you player.
So there's all those types of things that make you more immersed and more interactive in the game, which is a lot of fun. Alright, so I'm just going to show you some gameplay as I go through and give you my review. I've already seen quite a few different reviews. Some people really love it, some people don't. In my opinion, if you are a fan of Deadpool, of Marvel superhero, or you are a fan of these first-person action games, this is going to be one that you shouldn't miss. You're going to really like this one. In terms of the graphics, I really enjoyed it. With the Quest 3, it worked very well. I had no glitching, stuttering, or crashes in the whole time that I was playing it, and I really enjoyed the style of the design, the artwork, kind of that arcadey type look. It really added to the whole feeling, in my sense, of kind of that almost funny type comedy type thing as well. In terms of the combat, I've seen some people that didn't really like it, but I actually really did. I found that the combat was fairly smooth. It was easier than some other games. There was more freedom than some games, especially like games like Batman. I found that it was a lot more choreographed. When you get into the boss battles on the Deadpool here, they are going to be a bit more choreographed than just, you know, the free roaming around kind of defeating the small grunts. There's a variety of weapons, which is good, but it's not too overwhelming. There's not too many or too few, in my opinion. And the variety of enemies as well is good. They're not all the same kind. They come out with different weapons. Some of them are flying, walking, all that kind of stuff. And so there's a good variety that keeps you entertained throughout, and it's not just repeating the same waves of things coming at you. I'm glad that they have different comfort levels, that they have different settings for those. That's really great for allowing more people to be able to play. And I'm glad that they incorporated the Kidpool in there as well, taking out the profanity and some of the gore. I think it would be nice maybe if you could do one or the other. You don't have to do both at the same time, but I'm glad that they've incorporated that in there as well. If we look at the price, I think it's higher because we're getting used to that with some of these AAA games, right? $70. We shouldn't be too surprised at that. That's Canadian, by the way. Because if I'm going to buy a game for my Nintendo Switch, it's going to be $90 Canadian. And yeah, maybe I'll be able to get a little bit more than 10 hours out of it, as what they say this is going to be, is about 10 hours. But there's replayability in this as well. And so I would have hoped for maybe something a little bit longer, but this isn't bad for the quality of game that you're getting. If you like this style of game, I don't think you'll be disappointed. If you aren't into this style of game, this isn't the one to try it out on. I don't think that this is going to change your mind on these types of games. People have been asking about VR sickness. I made the mistake of maybe waking up too early to play this one, and I did get a little bit motion sick, but I am prone to motion sickness. So for those of you who have a bit more of a sturdy stomach, then I think you'll be okay. But being able to up that comfort level did help me when I'm playing it. And for me, after I play a game a few times, then I get more used to it and it works out better for me. So if you have any questions about it, please let me know. I know this isn't a super in-depth review. I just wanted to get this out there so you can see some gameplay and make your decision on whether you would like to purchase it or not. So thank you for watching this one. We'll see you next time here on True North VR.